And the boy racer problem in Hamilton has the local police so fed up they formed a special squad to target them. They call it the B.R.A.T Pack, B.R.A.T, the Boy Racer Action Team. And its 6 officers are clamping down on speeding, nuisance crowds that gather to watch and dodgy car modifications. 2 weeks in, it seems to be working, but the cops know if they let up, the problems will start all over again. So Claire Sylvester spent a night with the B.R.A.T squad chasing hoons.
As you can see, they're all driving, cruising. They'll go into town, they'll cruise from here into town and back out again. And
Hamilton Friday night. This is Te Rapa Road, a boy racer hotspot. Some nights more than 400 cars will be parked along these shop fronts and the public road becomes a drag strip. Sometimes they pour diesel around the roundabout for burnouts.
I think the winter slows them down a wee bit, the colder weather, but in the summertime it's just mayhem out there. Why isn't your plate sitting in the front of where it's supposed to be fixed to?
Acting Sergeant Carl Kavanagh is in charge of the B.R.A.T team. Tonight he's working with Constable Marcus Elliott. They'll spend the night chasing down the street racers. It was just a month ago that 18-year-old Aaron Lambert was killed in a high-speed head-on crash on a local suburban street. He had 19 driving convictions.
How are we going tonight? Good.
And it's the fear of more deaths that has the police out tonight. And the reason they reject suggestions that they're just trying to spoil the fun. It's not just the drivers who cause the problems. Spectators leave graffiti, broken bottles, or other things for businesses to clean up.
See, this is what we mean. He's just having a piss, you know? This is what the shopkeepers have to put up with every weekend. You know, that's somebody's doorway. I mean, they don't feel that they're hurting anyone, but I mean, someone's got to clean that up tomorrow. It's not going to be him.
You better go get some water and tip it on there, eh?
Alright, so...
And don't let us catch you out again tonight, eh? I suggest you go home, considering that you're 17 and you've been drinking.
Around and around we drive. One group disperses, only to gather again at another spot. The police turn up and they move on again. It's a cycle repeated many times over the evening. The police working hard to bring an end to the pointless street rallying.
Okay, might just be a thing to remember, eh? $150 fine otherwise.
So that's part of the thrill for them, do you think?
It is.
Trying to evade you guys?
Yes, yeah, that's a big part of it, trying to play around with the cops, play games with the police. They're not interested in doing things legally. Miri drag strips open on the odd Friday, and they do go there, but then they come straight back out and do this sort of thing again on the street. So.
I knew he was flying too, 108, and he's got his car going.
110. You locked him at 108, but he's doing 110. This man's going to lose his car. How are you doing that sort of speed up there, mate? WBS, can I have an impound tow, please?
This 17-year-old is on a restricted licence. It's after 10 and he has 2 passengers. His car also has no warrant and no registration.
It's bullshit. These guys should spend money on something else.
Sorry?
There's no one else down that street at the time. Was there?
It clearly doesn't bother you, this.
Oh, it does. Of course it does. This is all a mask.
I mean, you've lost your car tonight.
Yeah, for 28 days. So I haven't lost it for good. It's coming back.
And the fine that you'll get doesn't bother you?
I can't leave the country anymore. I've got over $1,000 of fines.
How many fines have you got?
A few. A few. I've been abused.
We've done a couple of operations now. We've had bailiffs, and they do a check on the car, and if there's money owing for fines, etc., then they take the car. The last operation we did, we stopped a guy, and he owed $23,000 in fines.
Early hours of Saturday morning, and it seems everyone wants to be at the car wash.
Are you washing your car? Okay, well, if you're not washing your car, move on, eh? It's not a car park. See ya. Okay, well, if you're not washing it, move it on, eh? It's not a car park. Is it certified? Get home quickly. Who's been smoking the dope? Better go, whoever has, eh?
A car impounded, a few tickets. It's been a long night.
It's a game of cat and mouse all night. We'll hammer this place, they'll move to somewhere else. It's just a matter of us finding out where they are and doing the same, and then they'll move again, and they'll move again, and they'll move again, and eventually they'll get sick of it and they'll go to Tauranga or they'll go to Auckland, and then a couple of weeks they'll be back here again.
Claire Sylvester reporting, beautifully shot by Kushla Lewis and cut by Toby Longbottom. Just one thing before we go. Last night, hundreds of you emailed in questions for John Key. Thank you. There were so many that one important one got overlooked by me. It's the broadband problem. Sorry. Well, today his people told our people that Morris Williamson and Bill English have indeed been given the job of finding a solution. Politicians always say that stuff. However, they assure us it's a work in progress. There's nothing to report yet. We will keep an eye on them. That's it for us. Thanks for watching. Ka kite anō and a very good evening, please.